Today we will discuss some topics that have been going on, such as 37th member exposes rapper 1Audii for allegedly trying to end the beef with Fox 5, new YNV Choo jail updates, and we will also get into Carjacker gets 14 years for 2 carjackings in 1 week. The first topic we will get into is Carjacker gets 14 years for 2 carjackings. Recently, a story would surface on a DC carjacker named Malik Kearney being sentenced to 14 years for 2 carjackings in 1 week, and people would believe that this would be the beginning of the end for free car music. Since carjackers are getting 10+ years now, articles on this DC carjacker would say Carjacker gets 14 years in prison for 2 separate carjackings. Committed in the same week, Malik Kearney, 20, of Washington, D.C., was sentenced yesterday in Superior Court for carjacking and firearms offenses stemming from 2 separate carjackings in December 2024 and January 2025 in Northeast Washington, D.C., announced U.S. Attorney Janine Ferris-Pirro. Kearney pleaded guilty on June 23, 2025, to 1 count of carjacking and 1 count of possession of a firearm during a crime of violence for offenses that occurred on December 28, 2024, and to 1 count of carjacking and 1 count of possession of a firearm during a crime of violence for the January 3, 2025 offenses. On November 18th, the Honorable Judge Andrea Hertzfeld sentenced Kearney to 14 years in prison. Judge Hertzfeld sentenced his co-defendant, Eric Alvarenga, to 14 years in prison on August 29, 2025. Kearney and Alvarenga were both sentenced to 3 years of supervised release following their terms of incarceration. According to the proffer of facts, on December 28, 2024, around 4:45 a.m., the first victim was in a Jeep SUV that was parked in the 6100 block of Eastern Avenue Northeast when the defendants approached, one of whom was armed with a black handgun. Alvarenga and Kearney told the victim to get out of the car and to give them the keys. The victim complied with the demand and exited the vehicle. The defendants then drove away from the scene in the victim's vehicle. The second offense occurred days later on January 3, 2025, around 3 p.m., when the second victim was at a gas station in the 4200 block of Nanny Helen Burroughs Avenue, Northeast. As the victim finished putting gas in his Dodge sedan, Alvarenga used the Jeep, which had been stolen on December 28, 2024, to block in the second victim's car. Kearney then approached the second victim with a handgun and ordered him out of his car. Kearney got behind the wheel of the Dodge, and both vehicles fled in the same direction. Alvarenga and Kearney were arrested on January 3, 2025, and have been detained during the pendency of this case. Joining in the announcement was Chief Pamela Smith of the Metropolitan Police Department. In announcing the sentence, U.S. Attorney Pirro and Chief Smith commended the work of those who investigated the case from the Metropolitan Police Department. They also acknowledged the work of Assistant United States Attorneys Randall Wilson and Amanda Claire Hoover, who prosecuted the case.
And sentenced to 14 years in prison for back-to-back armed carjackings in the district. Both happened in Northeast in late December and early January. Malik Kearney pleading guilty in June to stealing the Jeep and car with a gun. His co-defendant was sentenced in August.
The next topic we will get into is new YNV Choo jail updates. Recently, SEAL Team 6 rapper YNV Choo would post a picture of him down the jail, showing off some new ink. And people would say that YNV Choo looks like Sideshow Bob. YNV Choo is currently doing time for a shooting at Morgan State that he did with his good man YNV Mikey J. And YNV Choo would be sentenced to 180 months or 15 years for his involvement in this Morgan State shooting. While down the jail, rumors would surface claiming that young threat put the beats on YNV Choo, and Choo would text me responding to these rumors saying, "Nigga, stop dating me. I ain't lose a fight since I've been down here. Stop mentioning me with your ass. Stop spreading false rumors." Do you think his career is over? The streets would react.
Well, new details about the arrest of the second suspect wanted for the shooting at Morgan State University. Police arrested 18-year-old Jovan Williams in Washington, D.C., where he's also accused in a string of robberies and a carjacking. WJZ's On Your Corner. Jessica Albert is on Morgan's campus with what students and the campus police chief are saying about the arrest.
The second Morgan State University shooting suspect, 18-year-old Jovan Williams, is in custody. News of his arrest still sinking in with the campus community.
To be honest, I was like, wow, like now they caught them, because it took so long.
The shooting happened October 3rd amid homecoming celebrations. 5 people, including 4 students, were shot. They all survived. Tahid Nelson was there that night.
It was very difficult at that time to really function as a student, still live life normally, and still, know that they didn't catch the people yet.
Immediately after the shooting, a manhunt began for 2 suspects. A 17-year-old boy was arrested a week later. Williams was on the run until this past Friday when he was arrested by police in D.C., who were also searching for him for his alleged involvement in a violent drug trafficking organization called the Kennedy Street Crew. The night of the arrest, police say Williams and 2 others were involved in a string of armed robberies and a carjacking. Charging documents obtained by WJZ reveal Williams had guns, ammo, drugs, and stolen items on him when he was taken into custody.
A lot of good old-fashioned police work went into this investigation and the apprehension.
WJZ spoke with the chief of Morgan State Police by phone. He emphasized that security has been tightened.
We will continue to make steps to make sure that the campus is secure. The students have a safe place to live on campus and a safe place to study and learn on campus as well.
We expect to learn more details about the shooting that happened on campus when Jovan Williams is extradited back here to Baltimore. That could take a couple of weeks. Reporting in Baltimore, Jessica Alford for WJZ.
And for the last topic, we will discuss 37th member exposes 1Audii. Recently, a lot of DMV rappers have been going TikTok live due to Instagram making the live feature unavailable for people with less than 1,000 followers. And recently, a 37th member named 363 Quan would go live with 1Audii claiming that he is behind the scenes trying to squash beef with Fox 5. People would say that this makes sense because after the arrest of Cruddy Murda Paradise would be on the downfall and a lot of members would start alias inside beefing. This 363 Quan guy would be the bit a while back after he would try to sell his PlayStation for $300. Do you think 1Audii is behind the scenes copping beef? The streets would react.
to cop beef. Bob, you called down to work trying to cop beef. Bob.
Oh, Brody, imagine me calling.
You lying like shit, nigga. You the not allowed to keep lying and shit, bro. Mario, I'm tired of you.
Scared of me, Quan.
Hey, y'all see how he ain't bought on Brody, he don't cop beef, right? On Mario, I'm tired of niggas like that. Nigga be copping beef. Nigga be in the street trying to diss. This shit is real life, bro. Mario, this shit real life. He keep bringing up kids and all that. I'm a grown man. I'm 20. I'm 20. I'm a
That's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe.
yeah.